The FTX saga continues to get crazier and crazier. We're going to dive into some of the details on this latest hack. So apparently there was a hack last night, but then there were some good actors trying to get funds back, put it in cold storage. This has just become insane. And there's no doubt, in my opinion, that our entire industry will take a step back before we take two big steps forward, whenever that is. But this Sam Bankman-Fried stuff runs deep with FTX. We're going to jump into it, break it down in this video. A lot to talk about. I've got a bunch of things to break down here. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. So this happened late last night. Mario Nafal, by the way, great Twitter space host. He follows me. I've actually listened to his Twitter spaces a lot. We follow each other. And he actually asked me to speak on this. I thought I was going to bed, and then this entire thing broke, so I couldn't go to bed. I was up till 3 a.m. last night listening. They are still live on the Twitter space. They had Elon Musk on last night. It has just been insane. So up to $2 billion of client funds are now found missing at FTX. Between $1 to $2 billion in client money disappeared during the $10 billion fund transfer to ALAMEDA. Executives set up backdoor that thwarted red flags. This is coming from Reuters. So we're still getting all the details. Watcher Guru says just in FTX U.S., general counsel is investigating abnormalities following $380 million transferred out. That number is now upwards to $600 million. So this was me kind of talking about it in real time last night. FTX has apparently been hacked. Delete the app off all of your devices. There is some information going around that by having the app on your phone that that you could still get hacked in some other ways. So get it off your phone if you haven't already. Don't do any upgrades to FTX. Just clear it. Get it out of there. So I said this as well last night. This is just terrible. What's happening with FTX right now will undoubtedly set the crypto industry back, and I think harsh regulation will follow. That's something else we're going to address probably in a future video more deeply, but I think this is going to set a precedent that, hey, strong regulation is needed. Whether we like it or not, it's coming. And it says, I do think, I go on to say, I do think the industry will find a way forward, though. The problems that blockchain and crypto can solve will eventually be the catalyst. And just basically saying that, hey, we will figure this thing out, but there's going to be some big changes. We don't know if this is an inside job or a legitimate hack yet. So apparently what we found out later was that it was actually both. There was a legitimate hack, and then the fact that the insider supposedly put some crypto, got some crypto back from the hackers, put it on cold storage, but time will tell. We're still learning about this in real time. So this seems like, I said this last night, it seems like it would be too ironic that FTX got hacked opposed to this being a calculated move to move liquidity, because let's just call it, the timing of this is just very, very ironic, right? Very, very weird. And just again, highlighting. So this was interesting. Apparently people were getting SMS messages, text messages, asking them to log into their FTX app. This could have just been another hacker kind of finding ways to manipulate people, but do not log into your FTX app. Again, I want to stress that again. Do not log in. Now, this was something fascinating that came out of the space last night, and I was tweeting some things in real time. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, and this is why I think this thing runs very, very deep, this entire FTX situation. SBF from FTX donated $56 million to the Democratic Party in his stint, and he grew this multi-billion-dollar giant in just 2 years, right? When we look back at it, there were a ton of red flags here. And, in order to do that at 28 years old, he's only 30 today, we didn't really dive into it deep. We just had very professional people saying FTX is the exchange I would use. Mr. Wonderful's got that infamous clip now. If there's one centralized exchange I would use, it's FTX. We were all just told that this is the Washington darling, right? This is the safest place to keep your money. Isn't it just funny how SBF donated all this money to the big people up top, and he was the Washington darling and for crypto regulation. He's been seen in the Bahamas with Bill Clinton and many of the other Democratic leaders. This situation is just absolutely insane. There's so much more to this story, so much more that's underneath the rock. It's just when and where, when we decide to lift up that rock, and we might need more time to kind of roll out to slowly lift that rock and find out more information. But this has just gotten insane. And then I mentioned Elon Musk entered the FTX space last night that I was in. And he said Twitter needs to get back to the basics right now, but they will be doing something with crypto in the future. He also had some fun, said you need to have some BTC, ETH, and Doge in cold storage and hold it for a while, not your keys, not your crypto. He said Doge to the moon. There's a little bit of comedic relief here at the end of this video. And yes, Dogecoin did jump up 12% as he was talking. As soon as he entered the space, I went ahead and made a little swing trade on Dogecoin. And there you go. I actually tagged it out there. Made like $70 right before bed last night. So that was some good news. But this has just gotten absolutely insane. And of course, 1 billion in client funds have gone missing. This was the original breakdown of the entire FTX situation. The sources told Reuters that Sam Bankman-Fried, the exchange's founder and former CEO, covertly moved $10 billion of customer funds from FTX to his trading company, ALAMEDA Research. And SBS response was just terrible. In response to these allegations, he said he disagreed with the characterization of the $10 billion transfer. We didn't secretly transfer, he explained. We had confusing internal labeling and misread it. Okay, that is just complete BS. So this entire thing just continues to get crazier by the minute, by the hour, by the day. We'll be here to break it down. I think there's still more fallout to come here. Overall crypto market right now hanging in there. It's pretty flat right now, actually. Bitcoin trying to pop back over $17,000. Couple movers here. Look at Dogecoin is actually back up over 9 cents. It's up 11.41% in the last 24 hours. So that's fascinating. And all from Twitter space. Elon entering a Twitter space last night. So that's what we've got for you here right now. Some of the biggest losers, FTX token, as that's not any surprise. Synthetics is down 11%, and Kronos is also down 9.5%. There are some rumors swirling about Kronos and perhaps, their balance sheet not being the best looking one out there in centralized exchange land. We'll keep tabs on that. Might make a full video about that when we get some more insight. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I'm here every single day bringing you up to speed. It's crazy, crazy, crazy times in crypto right now, but we'll get through it. And there's going to be light at the other end of the tunnel. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you in the next video.